love New School.
And working with the Beat 94.5, let us know the cooperation working with them.
Well, I gotta tell you that the Beat is like a rare station. You know, I've been with the Beat since the beginning of the Beat. I had the first Canadian #1 with them, you know, with New School, and I've watched them go through their growing pains. Now they're a humongous station owned by CTV, Belgo Media, and the people there are very, very cool. You know, I have a good friend of mine. He used to run the Beat. His name's Chris Myers. He was the program director, and when he was the guy that flipped it from hip hop to mainstream. He got a lot of hate mail, and people were angry. And he basically said, "I need you to get 250,000 of your best friends to listen to it every 15 minutes, and then we'll play nothing but hip hop." And I got it, you know, because I mean I'm a hip hop R&B fan, but let's be honest, radio is about business and everything about business. So they flipped the format. They added Nickelback and all these other groups, and there was a lot of flack to it, but that's business. That's what they had to do. And I appreciate it because they still kept it real. Like, they still discovered Elisa Strata, they still discovered Evelyn, they still discovered Deja, they discover a lot of acts, and they're not afraid to add new records. They broke Lady Gaga. Did you know this? Lady Gaga broke at the Beat. That was her first station. So the Beat's not afraid to add records. And being a guy in the music business, as big as the Beat is or whatever, they'll still be the station to take a chance. And I gotta say, I love them. I mean, I do the Beat Music Awards with them every year. They come to me, and no matter what the budget is, I always say yes, because they're cool with me, and they're cool people. And they really honestly believe in Canadian talent. They can't break every artist. And you know, there's a billion artists wanting to get on the radio. It's impossible to break a billion artists. But they will break as many as they can. They just need it to come from someone that can break it to the other stations. But they'll be the first. And there's not many stations that will be the first. So, the Beat, I love it.
And what has been the biggest hit that you've made so far?
The biggest hit? Oh my god. I don't even know. That's a good question. The biggest hit? Oh my god. I don't even know. Like, the biggest hit of the year or the biggest hit period?
Just the biggest hit period and for the year.
I mean, I don't know. I've been lucky. I've had a lot of equally hits, you know? I mean, it's I don't know. I mean,
do you have a few you could let people know about?
I've had a bunch of #1s. I mean, Unlove You, Elisa Strata was #1. Insatiable was #1. Crush by Rosette was #1. Bianca Vegas was humongous. Ray J was humongous. Loverboy. It's hard. Like, I mean, I've had a lot of hits. You have it as a songwriter and as a producer. You have a song, and depending on the week, it's like a stock market. So you can have a song that's #5, which is maybe more spins than your #1, but you're in a tough week because you got #4, 3, 2, 1 are humongous. You can't compete with those weeks. There's a hit song is a great song with promotion and marketing. So I don't know. I've had a bunch of lucky songs.
And do you have any new projects to add that have come out for 2010 and beyond that you have plans for?
I mean, we're doing Elise's new album. That's going to be massive. I think it's probably the best record I've ever done. I mean, the first single you heard it tonight, You're So Hollywood, is a blatant hit. I played it for radio. We were in Toronto to do an appearance like a week and a half ago. You're So Hollywood is like, it's an instant hit. You know, it's funny, we were doing an appearance in Toronto like a week and a half ago, and I was out with my friend who runs Virgin Radio, love him, and I played him the song just to see what he thought. I didn't tell him it was Lisa, I didn't tell him anything. He's like, this is a humongous record. This is going to be the biggest record of the summer. I want to play it now. And I'm like, well, it's Canadian. He's like, he was shocked it was Canadian. Because, you know, I work with DJ Khaled. I work with a lot of U.S. artists. He's like, it's Canadian? And I'm like, yeah, it's Elisa Strata. He's like, are you shitting me? So, I told him, he's like, can I have the CD? Because the PD of Virgin is also from AMP in LA. He's like, I want to play it for him. So I let him have the CD. He calls me. I'm in LA. I'm driving down Sunset Boulevard in traffic with my drop top off my Mercedes. And he's like, I need to add this record today. And I'm like, you can't. You know, the old Elisa Strata, sure, you want to add it today, you add it because we want the spins. Now Elisa's so humongous, I'm like, you can't add it. We have to like set the promo up. And he's like, honestly, this is like, I thought Katy Perry, California Girls was gonna be the record. This is the record. I need to add it. I want to be the first. I'm like, you can be the first, but you can't add it this week. So, you know, I mean, just to be in that position makes me feel good. And the fact that radio trusts us and loves the records. I wake up in the morning, I sit in front of some keyboards and I write songs. It's cool. It's not a bad life, you know? Like, some records sell humongous, some don't. I have favorites that didn't sell humongous. So I
like?
Just, I can't even remember. I've had a good couple years. But I mean I've had songs like, for instance, I had a song called SOS that I wrote for Bianca originally. Elise recorded it too. It was gonna be her next single, and then we signed a deal with Universal and they said, stop it. She's had too many hits. Put her on hold for a minute and then let's do a new album. It's in the movie I just produced, Beverly Hills Ninja 2, Dancing Ninja. But we haven't ever released it as a single, but it's a massive hit, you know, like, so I appreciate good music. And like, people will come to me, they'll come to my house and they'll play me a CD and I'll be like, this could be a hit. This has to be promoted right. This has to be in the right hands at the right time with the right promotional budget, you know? So, I don't know, I'm liking it. I'm liking life. This is how I live. Not bad.
And how is it working with Universal? Tell us about that.
Universal's good, man. I mean, we're in Canada, so let's talk about Universal Canada. Randy Lennox, he's an awesome guy. He's very smart. He knows radio. He knows marketing. He knows everything. It's like, it's kind of bittersweet because I fancy myself a guy that knows radio and knows what's going to work. I sit in a room with Randy and he's like 20 times above me. I've got a story. And it's kind of funny because he signed this kid, and his name was Justin Bieber, and he told me about it. He played me the music. He's like, "This is gonna be massive," and I'm like, "Oh, cool, it's pretty good." And he's like, "It's not Canadian content, but it's gonna be massive." And I'm like, "How about I reproduce it all because I'm Canadian, and I'll make it Canadian content. Radio will go all over it." It's like, "We don't need you," and I'm like, "There's no way they're gonna play a 12-year-old kid if it's not Canadian content." He's like, "Trust me, we don't need you." And then that day I realized there's a whole other level that we don't even know about. And sure enough, Bieber fever, and I got it too. I love Justin Bieber. I have a son, he's 3.5, and he's got Justin Bieber hair, and he's like the next Justin Bieber, so I get it, you know, I get it. My kid, I can make my kid listen to Justin Bieber. He listens to you, Justin, because Justin's the kid, he's the man.
And anything else you'd like to add to our great interview?
Well, I mean, I just have to say, like, you keep on doing what you're doing. You're out there, you're doing your thing, and you're meeting the right people and interviewing the right people that care about music. At the end of the day, it's about the music. You could sell 20 million records, 100 million records, or 0 records. If you love music, you just keep doing it. The way I mean, you know me now. The way I work is, I don't care if you sold 0 records or 50 million. If you're passionate about it, you're doing it right. My buddy, who's one of my best buddies, owns a food company. He's been out of business 3 times. He still comes to my house and freaking cooks these feasts for us because he's passionate about it. And that's all you have to have is like that will and want and passion about what you do. It doesn't matter. You could write like electronica that'll never hit radio. If you're passionate about it, just keep doing it.
And you got any shouts?
I got a million shouts. Shout out to my crew at Rockstar. Shout out to you, man, the Archivest. Shout out to Elisa Strata, Loverboy, Def Leppard, Ray J, Neo, everybody I've ever worked with. Shout out to you. New School, I love New School, and all the people that are working hard to be up and coming. Shout out to you. Whether you sent me your demo or you haven't yet, and you're gonna, shout out to you because you guys are working it. Whatever you do, just keep working.
Thanks again. This is the Archivest, and you already know the name, y'all.
Keep watching the Archivest.